Cause I'm about that. Cause I'm about that.
Just finding where my passion is, and that, like, you know, it's now or never. You either do it now or it's never going to happen. There's no guarantee that there is ever going to be tomorrow.
Try to get them funds up, killing the mic just like I ran the jewels in. Y'all gonna get done.
You know, if you're going to go through life, you might as well do something you love that impacts other people in a positive way.
I'm about that cash flipping, I'm getting it.
This is a podcast all about business, entrepreneurship, making your passion your paycheck, people who just want to take control and kick life square in the ass.
Finish what I started, I'm about that.
All right, welcome to the Now or Never podcast, all things business, entrepreneurship, people who just take life, kick it square in the ass, make their passion their paycheck. I am Tim Rexius, I'm your host, and along with my wife, Brittney Rexius.
Hey.
And our newest business partners and our newest company, VHi LLC, Cody and Cali Guffey.
What's up, guys?
What's up? So, first off and foremost, let's just start off with, you guys are now full in-boat, in-blood entrepreneurs. How does that feel? Like, I started my first company, I was so jacked up and excited, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And now when I do it, it's just so exciting to me. So I'm always curious about you guys, like, how do you feel?
It feels pretty cool, honestly. When this, was presented to us, I was really excited. I came home, talked to her. She was on board. Like, I didn't even have to convince her of anything. She was about it. Like, I mean, when you know you're essentially partnering up with like friends, like it's just a different entity. And she knows obviously our working relationship through Rexius Nutrition. Like, clearly it's going to be, we just have an aspect of working together. I mean, for God's sake, you were in my wedding, so.
Sure.
And when somebody is successful already, why would you not want to just jump on board and go with the flow and try and kick ass and hope for the best?
Exactly. So when I presented it to her, everything, and then obviously, LLC's aspects, my wife over here is phenomenal at real estate. She's just killing it right now.
Yeah.
She's in her second year. So she's killing it. Obviously, doing LLCs, you put all these things, you kind of taught me essentially how this all kind of works. I've been personal training for a long time. That's kind of been my side gig for a while, but now you just build it into this business empire, I guess, if you will. I mean, it's grandiose to say that, but I mean, it's essentially kind of what it is. So we got our LLCs, we made it together. It's a inside thing for us on what our LLC's named. It just became this cool thing. And as soon as we got approved for it, obviously she was jacked and everything. It just became this cool aspect. And like, now we're out in Vegas with our friends. Like, it's a business trip,
and
but
our company, that's crazy to say.
at the Olympia, we're a supplement company at the Super Bowl of the fitness industry.
Well,
so,
that is crazy.
I mean, take it back. So 3 years ago, over 3.5 years ago?
Yeah. Now it is.
So I remember, Cody, you started working for me at Rexius Nutrition at Maple Shop part-time because Nick talked you into it. And I first met you, and you're like, listen, I'm just doing this to make a little extra bucks. This is not my thing.
Yep.
Oh, really? And I remember telling Brittney,
Personal training was going to be my thing.
That's his thing.
I was going to change the world.
30 days later? Bro.
Not even, man.
I want to do this. This is really not that hard, and I'm good at it. I'm just letting you know. Thank you. So I loved it, and honestly, you moved up the ladder so fast. Hire of the century, took over the Maple Shop, and then when we finally stepped out of our center store, if everybody's listening, like, that's the flagship. That's the one I started. That's the first location. That was my baby. My kids grew up in the back of that store. Like, for Shane to move into the warehouse and pull out a store, for me to come out of the store full house and have you run it, like, that was the biggest step. And the funny thing, it would have happened. Shane and I wanted to do it 2 years previously. We decided not to because we couldn't trust anyone with that business. Yeah. And as soon as the Guff came in, we're like, oh, this is done. It's family. It's family. But when we felt like it's in a family, and like Shane and I, like, we just knew, and it was so awesome. And then, obviously Nick, who's my business partner in the gyms, and so, I mean, you don't know this, but Cody's like, hey, so I want to buy into something. Like,
he's told me.
How about the gym, and how about this? And I'm like, yeah, like, the gym it's the way it is, and I was like, what you should do. And so I talked to Shane, and Shane goes,
I wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Mainly because I was looking at the aspect of, like, these are my best friends. Again, Nick, also in my wedding, like, these are my best friends. So I want to be a part of this. And obviously, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do all this stuff. I want to be involved in it. It's cool. And, like, I want to work with my best friends. Like, I want to work with my friends, people I can trust. Like, no matter what. I mean, technically, when I agreed to, like, buy into VHi, like, we didn't sign anything for a while. But, like, I
For
was
like a month.
yeah, like I
maybe 2
wasn't
months.
worried because like
All
honestly, like,
handshake.
I trust you. Like I had no like worries about it. I was like, man, we're fine. Like I gave him my word. That's all I need. But no, I wanted to be a part of something. I wanted to buy into something with you guys, and I like obviously like the gym. Like I knew how that was working. I was training out of there, so that is what it is. And then so I wanted something.
The thing for me has always been about it's people are the only asset that matters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think you've seen this change in our industry specifically, with retail in general. That it's not about money. It's not about location. You can't buy the business. It's people. That's the only thing that matters. And when you have talent, you're like, okay, how do we make this talent one? I mean, my way of locking you in for life, so you can't leave me. So you can't leave. Look, it is. But when you find that talent that's that phenomenal, that you match with, you know what I mean? Like it's. People say friends and business doesn't work. I'm like, no, it does. It absolutely does.
Especially when you know how each other work and like he knows to poke the bear once in a while and
It really
just
comes down. Like,
kinda
that's why.
keep
That's
going.
yeah, exactly. That's why our working relationship is so great because, like, we're not. Yeah, we're partners obviously on paper, but like we're just friends, and we've always had that aspect. Like, I mess with you on a regular basis. It's one of my happiest things.
And he
like,
gets pissed at you
and I
on a
love
regular
it. Like,
basis.
Yes, and I always
love
hear about
rattling your
it.
cage. It's my favorite thing because it just, I don't know,
It's fun.
it's fun.
He's like, oh, Tim was pissed today.
Yeah.
I had to give him 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
And
we
then it was
like
over.
hashed
We've
it
had,
out.
we've had a couple times
He
where you and I
knows.
have like butt heads on it, and it's literally just because like that's why like our relationship in Rexy's has worked so well is because you need that voice. Like I'm not gonna be your yes man. Like I don't give a shit how mad you are.
I know.
I will tell you what I think, and how this should play out, and how this works, and you'll get so angry and like storm off, and all of a sudden like 10 minutes like, no, I get the way you're thinking, but I'm just saying, sorry, I'm mad. And so like, that's how it goes, and it's also like we know nobody's ever gonna hold it personal. Like,
No.
we're just waiting for the cool down
I'll
period.
send a text message back, and she's like, I'm like, she's like, what? I go, got him. 10 minutes later, what's back? I go, how do I respond to that? But she's like, you lost. Shit. But I'm always quick to apologize because I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
and
passionate.
I'm
You're-
passionate.
And that's
Yes.
exactly it. That's what I've told a lot of people. Like honestly, like with you, if anything, like he's as loyal as the day is long. Like no matter what, he will have your back.
Absolutely.
If he's a part of if like you're a part of his like group, like he's got your back, no matter what. So obviously, buying into a company with you, that was kind of a no brainer. Like I know the loyalty aspect, and just you don't hold grudges, which is good because I don't hold them either. Like I'm like you, I have a temper as well, which is why we will butt heads sometimes.
True.
But I'm never going to hold a grudge. Eventually, like, give me like 10, 15 minutes and, all right, I get where they're coming from. They're dumb, but I could see where they could come up with this. Like, so you still have that little bit of aspect, like, you don't want to concede, but, like, and that's why, like, our give and take has always been so great. And that's
I
why it's
agree.
always worked so well.
Oh yeah.
And the thing for me is like, that's why I do these podcasts. That's why I do all these videos. And I told her, after I got out of the speaking tour engagement thing for a while, and I used to get so much passion out of it. I mean, she got so busy, and I'm like, okay, let's go back to things that we love, and like watching people become business owners, like actually own it. There's a difference between like getting profit sharing, which I take care of my managers, don't get me wrong, I do, and I've increased their pay, I do the best I can, but when somebody owns it, it's just
There's a pride in
there
ownership.
is, there's a
It's
pride,
different.
there's a just so much passion goes into something,
Which
like,
this weekend already, we've seen that win them like tremendously. The pride and ownership is just, there's one thing when we're working at a show and they're working there, but then today it was just a whole nother level. And I'm like, ooh, I get to step back for a minute. Like, I don't have to be the.
No, and
it's
you understand how much
kinda
we are serial entrepreneurs. I get that, and yes, my ambition will have a tendency to write checks that the bank account can't quite handle yet. But but watching other people step up, and for me stepping back today and watching the three of you guys, even just. I'm always in the mix.
I mean, you were gone for an hour and you
I
came
know.
back. We're like,
Adult
we
meetings
got
are
this.
done.
We already know what we're
we
doing.
We left for an hour to go to the vendor meeting. She's like, I go, I'm eating another sandwich because it's free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, and I know, like, especially with you guys, like, I can totally relax, and that doesn't happen to me very
No.
often.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a control freak to the nth degree.
Oh, you
Never-
don't say?
Never knew that about you.
Shush.
Never knew that about you.
Callie is roasting you
yeah,
today.
Hey, honestly, the cool thing I would say, even like today, is like, obviously, man, I don't even know how many shows I got under my belt. Granted, this is probably the most like grand one I've ever done. Well, clearly it is. It's the freaking Olympia. But even outside of that, like, my wife has never done one. Like
She
she's never
killed
been,
it today.
welcome to the fitness industry. Like she's never like the only thing she knows is like what I told her about shows.
Yeah.
And she just rolled into the Olympia. She was nervous and everything. I was like, "You're the most likable human being ever.
Oh,
You
yeah.
love
True
talking to
story.
people. You'll be fine." And she just grabbed it and everything,
Nailed it.
and became our media director. So that was cool.
I know.
That just happened. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
Yep. Day one, baby.
So there we go. But no, like even outside of that, like she's a part of this. Like this is our baby. Like together, we're a part of this. Everything. And she just grabbed the bull by the horns. Like this is literally her first show, and it's a freaking Olympia.
Oh yeah,
And you honestly would have never guessed that this was her first show.
Oh,
That was
you
the
nailed
craziest
it.
part.
You nailed it. I
Beyond
it's-
I just listened and I copied what everybody else
And
is
honestly,
doing.
it was so nice having Cali there because
Yeah.
usually I'm always by his side.
Yep.
And to have another working wife partner
Yeah.
is awesome because to see her entrepreneurial side and her passion about it matches mine. And so I have I have a teammate there. Like I
And
have
we
my
can-
husband
We
there.
can gang up on
Right.
it, too.
We have Girls Unite for a moment.
girl power.
Yeah, we got that going for us.
Yeah, I need more people to gang up with me. That's what I need.
Honestly, though, Brittney roasting Cody this trip has been my favorite thing
Oh,
in
it's
the
great.
history of life.
It's great.
Because she says what I say, he gets mad at me.
No,
when she
I don't
says he's
get
just
mad
like,
at you. You're
oh shit, she's right.
No, I don't get mad at you. Your delivery is awful. Brittany is good.
I'm a ninja.
Like you just come up, you're like it was sarcasm. Like, well, I'm supposed to understand that sarcasm, so clearly you're not great at it. Brittany's got the good delivery on it, so that's the difference in the two.
I just have years of experience.
True. I mean, and honestly, like the opportunity we have right now to be at the Super Bowl of bodybuilding and supplement industry, where there's 100,000 people. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
This is where you arrive, and it's people are like, and there are vendors that we're meeting with that are begging us for meetings that don't even have booths. And nothing against that. Like they
Yeah.
But for us to launch it here, to try to get to national distribution with all these distribution companies and where we're at, it's phenomenal. And I want everybody listening to this, that, you know, like for us, we started with one company and you leverage the shit out of it. You push and you push and you push your experience, you push your capital and leverage to do something else, and you use it to your advantage because we've done the work. Like he's done the work. He's made these contacts over the last couple of years. And so we're able to pull strings and say, yeah, we're here with Rexy's Nutrition. Have you tried our popcorn yet?
Right.
And it's fun that way, but because we're here, and today, I'm not gonna lie, like we had 5,000 samples or whatever. And I was like, okay, this should last us. We're out by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're out by
absolutely.
10:30. Like
Yeah.
people were coming back 6 times. I'm like, yeah, you same dude with the star tattoos on your neck. Like I've seen you 6 times.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's my brother. No, that's you. Yeah.
Well, and then that guy that came back that says he's been doing Expo since 2004 and came back and said this is the best tasting, like, food that he's ever had at an expo before. And to just come out and say that to somebody that
Well,
you
to
just
have other
tried today.
expo
Because we're not
people there coming to
up-
ours.
Yeah.
coming up to us to have us to go to their expo in multiple.
Yeah,
One in
or people
Florida
walking
and
up to the
one in
booth and
Arnold.
being like, "Oh, is this where the popcorn is?" Like
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
That is
that's-
the best.
When I
feeling.
have-
They're the only
we
reason
have
people
empl-
asked that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
had at least 20 employees of other companies coming over to get popcorn. And so when
Yep.
you not only have a company that it's fun and you like and you're at this, but it's that good.
Yeah.
Like when you're
Exactly.
when
Yeah.
you know you have the best thing there,
Right.
game over. All I have to do is get it in the right hands. I don't have to convince you of shit.
Yeah.
It's there. We've
Which
already
was
done it.
like the number one reason why I was, when the opportunity was brought to us, why I was okay. I go, I'm obsessed with the popcorn already. I take vitamins every single day now because I wake up and I know, oh, I can have my gummy vitamins again. Like I take the supplements, the weight loss kit every single day. And so when you're already taking these every single day, why would you not want to
Be a
Right.
part of it
help
all.
to make it better and
The fun,
explode?
the fun part for me was like obviously now being a part of this, like I was there when the formulations like started. Like I guinea pigged a lot of these, like when they had the weird, creepy like manuscript labels on them. Like I'm like, I should
I'm
put
pretty
that in my body. That sounds fabulous.
I'm
like,
pretty sure
well,
you came over one of the nights that we had made a batch of protein popcorn
Yeah.
in our kitchen, and
Yeah,
we're
it
like,
was.
"Hmm."
Yeah,
Well,
like,
it's-
Oh yeah, because you wanted to make it in your basement for a
Yeah, I
while.
was gonna say,
Which is
but
not where it's made.
Yeah.
guys.
It's not in your
Let's
basement.
It's not
clarify
in the
that.
basement.
It's not made in the basement.
I was gonna say we were gonna go to popcorn making school in Texas or Wisconsin. And but you know, like when I see something that needs to be filled, I just have this need to do it. I just have to like, okay, there's a want or a need there, and somebody's not doing it, and I don't know, my brain's wired. I'm like, let's do that, and yes, that gets me into a lot of weird.
Stress.
No, stress, just a lot of companies. So when your accountant's like, you have 9 LLCs,
Better to
I'm
have
like,
too many
listen,
than not enough.
eggs. I love you more right now. It's just been so much fun in finding things that you can be passionate about that are the best, and you get to make money at it. And somebody else asked you the other day, like, well, what happens if you do this, that, or the other thing? Well, listen, when you like what you do and what you have is great, there's so many different paths.
Yeah.
The best thing about business is when it's not your prime source of income.
Right.
It changes a different perspective.
Uh-huh.
It's the ultimate side hustle. We make money on it.
Yeah.
Great. We break even. Cool. We sell it for $3 million. Yes, I can be bought.
Right.
Hit. It grows into this massive. They're all positive.
Right.
Like it's what else. Like go hard with one, and put it in other things. And that's the best thing about business right now because we each got our own source of income. Like we each do.
Yeah.
And for us, like this was a no-brainer with you guys because like I said, my dad had asked me, which I talked to my dad about all my financial stuff.
Right.
He said, well, this, that, the other thing, and you guys working on this. I go, listen, it's so great having you guys come because I talked to them about it. So because they'll care as much as I do. Mm-hmm. They'll go hustle as much as I will. I've learned something the last couple of years. There's only so many hours in a day. I can only do so much, and like it was so great setting up for this event because usually I have to like stay on everything. Like this is the facilitator. Yeah. It's what he does. I'm like, hey, we're gonna do this. Done. What?
That's where I excel.
It's so awesome because I don't have to I get so stressed out with stuff. Like with certain companies, certain things that we do where I'm like, okay, we gotta do these 19,000 things and Cody's like, all 18,955 of those are done. Slacker.
That's why I have to.
It's awesome.
I have to talk
That
with
was
Rexius
easy
all the
Tuesday.
time.
I know, and it's
I remember a nice text message when you were on vacation when you're like, I feel like I can't focus right now. I'm like, hey Tim, here's what I've all done. I gave you like a bullet pointed list. I was like, go have fun, buddy. Like
I reply back,
right.
already drinking.
Yes.
So
I mean,
all right, and that's I guess when I always talk to people when they're first getting into companies, like, okay, what do you guys want out of this the most? I mean,
Honestly, to just have fun.
Yeah.
And like you said, fill a need for what people want.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard so many people today say, oh my gosh, I go to the movie theater and I can't eat that popcorn because it is so bad for me. So now they're excited because they have a snack. I'm like, you created it because you wanted a healthy snack for your kids. So I mean, there's just endless reasons as to.
I'm just glad we can announce it now. You know what I mean? Because I mean, for anyone else listening, we started this over a year ago, and I wanted to make sure people knew it wasn't a house brand for Rexius Nutrition because it's not. I just wanted to have something that's healthy, honestly, because I've been in this for 10 years. I've been in the industry for 20, and it just didn't exist. Yeah. And so
tastes good.
And
too.
it tastes good. And it worked. It was exactly what I wanted. Then we started selling to other chains. So it's already being carried in New York, Illinois, Ohio, Kansas.
Will be Texas.
Texas, Florida, and
Kentucky reached out to us, the whole nine.
And now, after today, hopefully New Mexico, hopefully California.
Yeah,
There was Australia.
Australia.
We had 3 international.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
There's people
UK.
from South America.
Yeah, and we had the one from Peru, and and so now we announced it. I'm like, okay, it's not a house brand; it's everywhere.
Right.
And that was for me was really important because I didn't want people. I use just our existing contacts to push it, but
that's what you have to do.
And
though.
that's why I just kept it under the vest, honestly. And it's nice now. We're like, and we're all gonna pictures up on social.
Right.
Like, we're here.
I mean, we've been dying to say something for like 2 months, and I go, you don't want to just kind of like give a lackluster. Here we are.
No.
I mean, I'm a big loud person, so I was like, here we are.
Exactly.
She even asked me she's like, what caption should we use? I was like, what are you talking about? Well, when we announced that we're a part of this, when we post on social, what caption? And I was like, you keep thinking about that, sweetheart.
I also overthink everything.
Yeah, so
What do you want in the next couple of years? What do you want out of this?
Out of this, honestly, it's fun. As of right now, it's a labor of love. Just Rexius Nutrition has been for me. It's working with my friends and stuff like that. It is the cliche. I know everybody's gonna look at this and be like, "Oh, he's about to say it." If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. True. Not to say that there's not some days that you're like,
"Oh, there's
I would rather
stressful
be
days," but
at home on my couch being a turd. But some days suck. But honestly, I love my job, and it's funny because she used to once upon a time was a little bit like, "Oh, maybe we can move or something like that." She's like, I know you're never gonna leave, so maybe move a little outside of Omaha. I don't know.
It's not a maybe, though. We will.
Fair enough. Way to put it on camera. So
it's for real now.
But no, it's a labor of love, and I'm having fun doing it. Like, you know, the company sells or something like that, great, cool. But if we build into this thing, it's just fun making these partnerships and stuff like that. And the thought, like, that gentleman from Australia, like, literally, he owns a gym, and he was, like, asking us so many questions, like, this would be amazing there. If we get a guy from Australia, like, buys 3 cases of our popcorn, like, that's all, like, that's the reach. Like, that's the crazy part.
I'll
Like,
pay the
that's the
shipping
reach.
just to have it in Australia.
Right, like, that's the reach.
Yes.
Like, that's what we have. You're building this thing that, like, people are actually genuinely loving. And I know we talk about the popcorn, like, the whole time and stuff like that, because, I mean, that is our main aspect. There's no gray area there. But, like, even the rest of our line, like, the formulations, the taste, like, how much has been put into it, like, how much we care about it. This company's been around for over a year. Like, I mean, I've essentially, in the beginning stages, sampled a lot of your stuff while you guys were formulating and stuff like that. But it's been around for this long, and we've waited until this moment because we wanted it to be right.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
That's why it's a labor of love, and that's why it's a side hustle.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't have to be our dollars. It was like, it had to be right. And then we're like, all right, cool, we're ready.
Well, it's funny, like, we make the gummy vitamins. Why? Because we have kids, and I try to find one that they will actually eat. It's actually healthy, and it was just one of those. So, like, when I talked to their vendors, like Braden, who was over in Chicago, and Paul in Ohio, and then Darren up in New York, they're like, really? And I go, you've been doing this as long as I have.
Yeah.
There isn't one out there. They go, true story.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's just because we've done it forever. And it was funny, like, we decided, like, ask you to buy into this. It was just Shane and I in the warehouse. I already talked to her about it. She's like, oh, yeah, that'd be fun. Exact words.
Yeah.
And I started saying, what do you think of this? He goes, yeah, that makes sense. That was the extent of the business decision.
I mean,
when it's that easy, you just know. If you have to sit there and contemplate, this is for everyone else watching this, if you have to sit back and really contemplate whether you should go into business with somebody, the answer is a firm no.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a hard pass. It should be an easy, less than
Right.
10-second decision.
And that's what it was for us,
you know,
too.
and that's just it.
Less
Well, I
than
mean,
5
just
seconds.
look at that right there. Like, yes, do we bring certain things to the table? I'm a facilitator. She's incredibly bubbly and, like, lovable and stuff like that. She's great with people. We bring stuff to the table. I'm not saying that we're just, like, magically walked into this, but exactly that. Like, yeah, that'll be fun. You understand, like, as a business, like, because that tells us, like, the relationship we have, that we'll enjoy ourselves, we'll have a good time doing it and stuff like that, because that's the part of all of this. Like, again, we're in Vegas. Like,
Oh, yeah.
are we working? Of course. Well, I mean, we're gonna have fun while we're
Yeah,
here,
Yeah.
too,
my
'cause-
feet and my knees and my ankles hurt. I've definitely been working.
But it's been fun.
Yes.
It's been, yeah,
It has been a
we've had fun,
blast
stuff like that. I
today.
mean, stuff like that. Like, that's what you look for in a partner, and that's why, literally, when you,
When you
I
do,
just kept looking at these other avenues, and then all of a sudden you said that, and I was like, I didn't think about that, but man.
That's the thing, you know, like, yeah, we all want to make money. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're doing something that you literally enjoy, it's not work. I mean, I've told people that 100 times. Like, if you literally dread Monday,
Right.
find something else. to
Mondays
do.
are my favorite
Shit.
day of the week.
It is, and the thing is, for me, it's like, okay, yeah, I have a lot to do. I get very stressed just because, but I'm honestly blessed to be that stressed.
Right.
The alternative is I have to go back and work for somebody and have a real job again. That would suck. So, like, when I talked to Josh in Norfolk, it was funny because he's going to franchise Norfolk from us, and Josh has worked for us for 4 years. I've known Josh since he was 18. Finally said, like, he goes, yeah, the alternative is I have to go work for a real boss again. I'm like, that's like my favorite comment ever. Like, I should be insulted, but I'm so not insulted because that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, own it. Just own it.
Exactly.
And it's so much fun that way to watch other people do it. And honestly, I tell her I get as much of a kick out of that than anything. Like, so we get like, well, they bought an XYZ and you sell for $3 million tomorrow. You just give up a third. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, one, if
we're all
I-
probably planning a trip to Cabo or
Oh,
something.
that's
What we're
right.
doing.
Oh,
Like,
We're not going to
We're
Cabo.
getting-
We're going around the world
Wait,
3 times.
and everybody's like, "Oh, you gave up a third," and you're like, "We're going on a trip. That's what we're doing. Like, we're all happy."
And that's the way I look at it. I'm like, for me, it's one. If I won the Powerball tomorrow, nothing would change for me. I would go and do the same shit I do today tomorrow.
You would just have more money to be able to make
I would
everything
hire
10
somebody to
times better.
finally finish my basement. That's the only difference right now.
True.
And a full-time nanny. I would hire a full-time nanny
And a dog sitter.
and a dog sitter,
Dog walker.
dog walker.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Other than that, like, I would still go do my job. I love what I do.
Yeah.
Every one of them I do.
And again, like when it's not about money,
Yeah.
like, and that's, I mean, it's not about money at all.
It's-
It's just having fun and helping people and just
Yeah.
basically letting every single person in the world know that there are healthy options to
it is.
lots of things.
And then it is, and making that fun again.
And
It's
if,
just-
you
it's
know,
fun.
maybe someday we can come up with a different version of something else that's healthier.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have popcorn, so now it's next. I don't know.
Oh,
but-
my list
There will
of
always
business
be things
ideas
that
are
are next.
long and distinguished, and that is for sure.
I mean,
People who are into fitness love junk food. It's kind of a thing.
Yes.
And there's always a healthier version to make it that way.
We're
And
always
people
trying
enjoy
to find
that.
something
So
new.
we always find
Yeah.
some healthy
Yep.
way to still enjoy our treats. So
Well, that's just it, and I think that's and I've seen this all the time in the supplement industry, and I get a little jaded because I've been around this a long time. I just feel like what was out there, and then like, well, I'm looking at your stuff, and I'm like, it's the same shit. It is. It really is. I see it all the time. Like, no, you wanted to make money. Nothing wrong with wanting to make money. Using
No,
your popularity,
absolutely.
having a different angle, and using your marketing a certain way. I don't sweat that.
Oh, absolutely.
But I legitimately, we looked at this, we're like, no, I actually want something I can give my kids and feel good about. And actually have them eat, not force them to.
Right.
Which is 99% of the time is us like, no, you'll eat this, or I swear to God.
Or here's your vitamins we have to shove down your throat.
Exactly. And now we literally have to take the kids' gummy vitamins from VHi.
put them way up high.
Way up
Yeah.
high. Because Noah had like 7 one day. I'm like, you're going to be in the bathroom all day, homie.
Yeah.
And my wife's already
It's-
like
it's-
2,000% of her daily value of vitamins right now, so it's fine.
It's
It was
fantastic.
like when we were stuffing them for the Olympia by hand. I go, how am I just supposed to be staring at this plate of yumminess and not keep eating them?
So
I've never
It's
thought I would
there.
have to look at somebody like, stop eating the vitamin C. Like, so there we are. But it's been fun and everything like that. And even like the formulation, like again, we talk about the popcorn all the time, all that stuff. But even the rest of our line, there's been many times where it's like, hey, this pre-workout's cool. Hey, this pre-workout's cool. Okay, well, what ingredients do we like of that? Well, let's make this.
yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, it's fun.
So and stuff like that. Then we come up with
and like
names and stuff like that. Like how are we gonna?
And then the thing is, before like, people were like, well, you could do this for an extra $1. I'm like, yeah, but if I can't improve it and make it cheaper for the consumer, I
Right.
don't see the point. So we've looked at things
Which
like,
has
you
been
should-
our point,
and It
yeah.
has been our point. Like, it's like, you should do this. I don't really see the point.
Yeah.
I just, like, this one's got a great one, and I'm not, like, right now, we don't have a pre-workout.
Yeah.
That's okay. I understand that pre-workouts in the supplement industry are the big money maker.
Yeah.
If we haven't found a way to make it better and cheaper, then let's just not do it.
Right.
I mean, we had one for a little bit. It just didn't work. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's, I'm not.
It was a solid one. Stem wise, it was a solid one.
It was, but literally financially concerning. Like it's not major. The financial concern is not the major, the major thing, which every other company in this industry is. It's just like we talked to John Meadows and Granite, which is awesome. We're gonna have breakfast with him tomorrow. He's buying his pancakes, awesome. But like for him, like he didn't have to do this, and that's why I have such great respect for the guy because I'm like, okay, cool. That's why we surround ourselves with like-minded
Right.
people, and you have just a different mission and a different ability to capitalize and accomplish things, and that's why getting in business with you guys was such a fantastic.
Yeah.
My wife
I'm
was
excited.
she was so excited.
Yay.
For this.
I was.
She's like, I've had more people make fun of you with me. I'm
Yes.
like, I know. It's just
Yes.
great.
And you need it.
And I know and nobody does a better impression of me than him.
Oh, he does a good impression of everybody, whether it's me or you. He does it of me all the time.
He tells me
Do
how
you
when
do
I walk.
impressions of me, Cody?
No, you scared me a little bit.
Good answer.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say as we end this podcast that I am over the moon excited, and I could not be more overjoyed and honored that you guys did join into VHi.
Yes, Mom.
And we're doing this together. It's so fantastic, and to be with our friends that we hold so dear and so close to us.
Am I gonna be teaching?
Uh,
And I
you
don't
know,
cry.
we sincerely love you guys.
Oh,
And-
absolutely.
And
Yeah, same here.
I'm so excited for tomorrow, the second day of the Olympia. And we're going to be the first company out because we were that busy.
Yeah.
That is so freaking amazing.
Crazy.
We got pro bodybuilders who own other companies coming over
Yeah.
to get your popcorn.
Yeah.
That Chad's going to get on video tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just freaking awesome. And I'm just geeked out to look up to these people. And now we're in a position and to do it with our friends is just incredibly humbling. And
Very
honoring.
surreal.
Very
Yeah.
so, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, thanks for bringing us in on this. So.
Y'all gotta ask who the man is. Hope I'm gonna be like, beg your pardon, who? I'm about to
The biggest thing with kids, especially the younger ones, is trying to get them to have protein. And it really is. And so we're trying to find snacks around our house that our kids will eat that have protein in them that they don't think is a supplement. Because kids are weird with that. I'll eat a protein bar, you might, as an adult, because we all want to look good. Kids don't care. So it has to taste just good. They can't know it's a supplement. That's where the OPP popcorn comes into play.
When I'm all about that get it, how you living, homie? Not about to knock your hustle, getting that money, homie. All about that, I don't need eyes, but I got a vision. Listen, none of my shit is written. Bitches know that they bear witness. I'm about that pride of time. I'm fools that come before me, trying to forget who I'm. It's like forgetting your vows at a matrimony.